the hell going on? This is a nice little hell going on day. Because on top of it, the Brooklyn Nets and Steve Nash part ways. So it's trade deadline day in the NFL, and the Nets say, hold my beer. And Steve Nash says, I'm Canadian, I'll do that. The decision was mutual between the two sides, according to Woj. And you're like, okay, yeah, somebody getting fired, it's mutual. Yeah, well, have you seen what's going on in Brooklyn?
That's funny. He is Canadian, that's a fact. Yeah, he is Canadian.
Yeah, I snuck that one in on you, huh?
I wasn't ready for that.
I snuck that one in on you, huh? So, I mean, have you seen what's going on in Brooklyn? They won last night, actually.
Where Brooklyn at?
They beat the Indianapolis Pacers, right? The Indiana Pacers last night.
Yeah, they finally got a win.
They lost to them a couple nights ago, and they get this one in the books, and they win this one, even though Kyrie's laser focused. He's balling out.
So is
despite
KD.
a whole bunch of folks sitting in the front row saying "Fight Anti-Semitism" T-shirts. You know, with those T-shirts on is what it reads on their T-shirts. You know, as some of you may know, I had something to say on that subject matter yesterday. Kevin Durant's balling out. But
they play Chicago tonight?
Hey, man. So we said it going into the season. After Kyrie opts in and then Durant within 24 hours opts out, and they say that both of those things are mutually exclusive. Then we find out not only does Durant want out, but if he does stay, because Joe Tsai, the owner, is like, you know, and Sean Marks, the general manager, is like, hey, look, we're happy to accommodate you if we get something of value back for you, and you're kind of the best on the planet, and you got 4 more years of contractual control left. We're not going to get equal value for you, but feel free. Let's see how it goes. And, of course, nothing happens. And so apparently he would come back if Nash is gone. That was the storyline this summer until we found out there was some sort of Yalta-like meeting here in Los Angeles amongst everybody involved from Durant's side of things and the Nets side of things. And they're like, yeah, let's just all be friends. We'll run it back. We even had our friend, the drop from Bobby Cannavale, our longtime friend, as this was what we said would be the slogan for the 2022-2023 Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
That's it. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Great.
You know, I opt back in and I opted out, but I'll opt back in. And, you know, I wanted the coach gone, but he says he's staying. And we're like, the Nets are like, yeah, we'll trade you if we get equal value for you, but we didn't. So let's all stick around and do it. And everybody came out of that meeting saying, we're on the same page. Let's go. And they start 1-5 or 1-4, right? And then they win last night. And now Nash is gone. So, yeah, mutual parting the ways. I think he's like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
Get me the hell out of here.
Out of here. Yeah.
And I imagine they'll have to pay him off.
Yeah.
Oh, and as if
and handsomely.
As if this doesn't get even any crazier, because the owner of the Nets felt compelled to say what Kyrie's promotion of a movie and a book on his Twitter account, and as we know, he has a major problem with that being called a promotion. The owner of the Nets felt compelled to call out Kyrie Irving on the spot on Twitter. And that's part of all of this, even though they can win basketball games, I guess, with everything being a backdrop. And Durant said it's not a distraction. So I guess that would mean you'd have to look at the coach and say, good job to keep all that out of your locker room, huh? But there's clearly a lot of this iceberg we're not seeing.
The Nets plan to hire Ime Udoka as their new head coach.
I don't understand.
Dude.
Boston granted the Nets permission to speak with Udoka and will allow him to leave freely.
Get out.
So no compensation?
Dude.
What is
I'm
happening?
telling you, man.
What is going on?
They are like, please go. We don't want you to coach here anymore. We don't want you around here anymore.
Associated.
Please go in division and be the guy that our direct major competitors feel is the best fit for two of the best players on planet Earth and Ben Simmons and everyone else there, they feel like he's the special secret ingredient. You can go with no compensation, and now the Brooklyn Nets in the press conference, it will go just like this. How did you come about feeling confident to hire this man when the Celtics felt this way about this man, about a subject matter that they consider so serious and his violation so serious that he's now allowed to be your coach after being the Eastern Conference champion coach? How are you feeling so confident in hiring him? Well, we've talked about it and we feel comfortable. We feel comfortable. And then the answer will be, well, what do you know what he did? Yeah. Well, the Celtics said it was so bad that he's now your coach, and you got him with no compensation. You just let him go. What do you have to say about that? Well, we can't talk about it. We're turning the page. And then Udoka, he'll be made available. Can you talk about it?
No. Ongoing investigation.
And whatever it is
et cetera.
was so bad, the Celtics let him go. And hey, Joe Tsai, I'm just saying this too. No matter what you said about Kyrie Irving's tweet that apparently has now been deleted, linking his 4+ million followers to a book and a film filled with anti-Semitic tropes, and you saying you don't represent that, the fact that Kyrie's still playing for you after his last press conference performance, many folks out there still feel you can countenance anti-Semitism. You had a bunch of fans, paying customers, sitting in the front row of your building last night in Brooklyn, New York, wearing a shirt saying "Fight Anti-Semitism." People already feel you're willing to put up with that for the sake of winning basketball games. And you're now going to own whatever Ime Udoka did, too. And you could sit here and say, he said this, he said that, but your direct competitors, the ones who won the conference last year, are willing to hand them to you. Must have been something that you're willing to now countenance as well. Accept as well. Man.
Okay, but once you get past all of that in the press conference, the fact of the matter is the Brooklyn Nets just highly upgraded their coaching situation, and now they
I guess
pose
if you
a
want to
real
just
threat.
talk about the basketball world,
I mean,
yeah, sure, you can.
Eventually, it's going to come down to that, and it's going to be this team just got themselves a very good basketball coach.
Okay. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.